Hi everyone, I have a project share to share with you guys today. As you can see, I created a layout, and yeah, I know Laura finally did a layout. I am I have been very much neglecting my layout making, but with good reasons. As you can tell, I am still not over this horrendous cold that has put me out of commission for over a couple of weeks. And of course, the girls got sick, the whole house was sick, and then just life got in the way. And to be quite honest, guys, my layout mojo monster has been on vacation for the last couple of weeks. And I think she finally came back and um, I was crafting with some friends this weekend, and I decided I wanted to work on, besides working on a card, I decided, you know what, I really need to get a layout going. And I have not shared a layout in quite some time. And as I had told some of my scrappy friends, and I have seen some of my scrappy friends also doing it. I saw Vicky, Me Love Bono, doing this as well. And who else did I see doing this? Um, Ronnie, Sue Scrapper, I is also doing this. And I do see one happy crafty chick doing a lot. As I mentioned to you before, I am on this big character image stamping purchasing kick. I don't know what it is. I've always loved my image stamps. I've been watching so many girls sharing their little stamp collections, and I did Jen Kelly's challenge for show us your favorite stamp sets. And guys, I love my character images, but it gets to a point where you say to yourself, I don't want to just use these for cards and for altered projects. I would like to see them used um, on layouts. I don't want to purchase, I don't ever want to make a purchase where it's just for one thing. I like to get as many uses out of those purchases as I possibly can. So I decided that my next, I don't know for how long I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it as long as I possibly can, probably, or for as long as I can remember. But I want to start making the layouts where they actually incorporate a lot of these stamp sets that we purchased, or dies, or whatever. So, yeah, I know I'm jabbering so much. Oh my goodness, I always do that. But, anyways, that was the motivation for the layout. I wanted to try to use as many as my character images as I can in the future for my layouts. And when I say I wanted to use as many, I don't mean I want to take every single image stamp I have and throw it on a layout. No, I just want to incorporate a stamp or two here and there on my layouts. And I decided to use my Secret Garden paper pad for my project. And it is a Graphic 45 paper stack. And for those of you who are just tuning in to Laura, then you may not know this, but Graphic 45 is my favorite all-time paper company. That one and Prima. And yes, I do have a favorite. Um, and let me share with you real quick what that paper stack looks like. Now, I'm not going to go through the papers because, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of stuff for future layouts. I just put a whole bunch of coordinating cardstock here. So the paper stack is like full and torn apart already. See? For some cards and future layouts. But this is what the collection looks like. And guys, I'm telling you, it is a beautiful paper stack. Beautiful, beautiful. It is so springy. And what I love the most about this paper stack, like Becca said, it has purple in it. And I love the fact that they finally added the purple to it. So let me share with you guys real quick what I've done. This is what the layout looks like from top to bottom. And now I'll just zoom in and show you all the little details that I put on my layout. Um, let's start with the top. Okay, and although this layout may look like it has mucho dimension, I try to keep it to a minimum because one of my subbies had asked me once, am I actually able to fit my layouts into a into a scrapbook album? And yes, I do. I do not display these. Um, I don't display them in shadow boxes or on canvases or in those racks the way so many people do. I actually put my layouts in an album. So let me share with you real quick. I started with a black um, cardstock base by American Crafts. And then what I did to that was on the top, I added this lace and some mesh bling in turquoise. I took a piece of the pattern paper from the collection and I just cut out this big old rectangle here. I distressed everything with Black Soot by Tim Holtz Distressings. And then I wanted to share with you this part. Oh, this camera thing is, I am bad with my tripod. I cannot manage this at all. So, the top part there. What I did here was I actually punched that out using a Martha Stewart paper punch, which I have not used forever. And that's this one here. And can you guys see? It's like a honeycomb effect to it. Yeah. So that's what I used to punch out the top here. And then what I did was, another thing I am going to be doing in my layouts is I am going to be using, and I don't know how many of you out there remember these days, but, and forgive my box because it's an utter disgusting mess, but I have tons of brads, guys, that I bought about 8-9 years ago, and I bought them in every single color. I also bought them in tons of different shapes and glitter and sizes, and this is just a few. I mean, I have quite a few of these stacks, and I realized I don't use them anymore. I stopped using these a few years back, and I don't know why, because I purchased them because I loved them, and I thought they were beautiful little pieces of elements for projects, and for whatever reason I stopped using them. I guess I got caught up with all the new stuff out there and forgot about my old stuff. So excuse me, I decided to try to incorporate those metal. As most of my subbies know, I love adding metal to all my paper projects, so I decided to add colorful metal, go back to using those brads that I purchased. So what I did was I cut off using one of my wire cutters, and I want to see if I have one here that I can show you. Yeah, here we go. I actually took these little brad pieces, and what I did was I cut off the shanks. You see these little pieces here? I just took a pair of wire cutters like this, and this is from my husband's toolbox. That's why they look so nasty. I don't have my own. I stole his. I just put it here like this, squeeze, and I cut it off. And then I flattened them out, and I just glued them on to the top here. And that's what I used up here. And I also added some bling. And these are some doodlebug rhinestones that I had in my stash as well. And I just added that to the treatment on top. Then over here on this side, what I did was I stamped out my little butterfly girl there. And she is Butterfly Lucy by CC Designs. And she's so pretty. So what I did was I colored her in using my Pro markers. And then I fussy cut her out. I added some stickles to her shoes, the little trim and the little dots, and of course her little hair barrettes. And her little butterfly, I actually colored that with some Sakura metallic gel pens. I fussy cut this and all these flowers here from the paper stack. These clouds here I distressed using broken china, and then I added some stickles too. And these two are a memory box die. The little bird here, and I have some more further down. These are all Studio Calico wood veneer birdies that I added here. And one of my subbies had asked me, where did I get such a teeny tiny butterfly punch from? And could she have the name of it? And I wanted to show her real quick what that punch looked like, because it is a tiny punch. It's by Fiskars, and it's this teeny tiny punch, and it's one of those little lever punches. And I just love it. It's a monarch butterfly, and it has so much beautiful detail for such a tiny little punch. It is one of my little favorite teeny tiny go-to punches. So it is a Fiskars punch. And I just stamped out a few, and I folded the wings for dimension. I added some flowers, and these are just ribbon flowers that I got in Walmart. Over here, the grass. This is actually a paper punch, also by Fiskars. Oops, and it looks like that. That's what that looks like. And I just cut several layers to make it look like fluffy grass. These were actually part of the sticker collection of this paper pad. And what I did was I put that on cardstock from the pattern paper from the paper collection. I hot glued that to some toothpicks, and then what I did was I put them in the ground. I'm not sure what they're called, but you know when people have a garden and they plant stuff, that they use those little wood posts just to let them know what has been planted in their garden? Well, that was the effect I was trying to get here. So we have some forget-me-nots and some roses growing. And of course, I put some roses there and something that looks like the forget-me-not flowers, which is these blue ribbon flowers here. And I added some of these acrylic flowers and some more butterflies to that, and a little ribbon flower here. I added some white flat back pearl here. And then this here is a Stampin' Up! Punch. And that's this one right here. It's one of my old, most favorite Stampin' Up! Punches. It's super old, but I love it. And I just punched out a border there. I added some lace underneath that. And then these beautiful stickers with all this wonderful glitter that just happened to match perfectly with this layout came from Vicky, Me Love Bono. Thank you so much, Vicky. She just sent me this in my little birthday rack that she sent me. And I was so happy to use that there. I have some more of those Studio Calico birdies here and here. And this is just a heart punch that I have. And this is papers from the collection. I just punched out 3 hearts. 1, 2, 3. And I distressed them all with black soot. Again, that Stampin' Up! Border treatment and the pearl treatment here on the bottom. And then this background here is also from the paper collection. And I love the colors. I love this sheet of paper. Oh my God, it was so hard to cover that. So hard. Now, if you guys notice right here, this is a butterfly trim. This is actually also a Martha Stewart punch, and it's one of those deep edge punchers that creates borders, and it's the one with all the little butterflies. And that's what I did here, and I distressed it all with black soot and some more of those doodle bug rhinestones that shimmer like crazy. It almost looks like little droplets of water. This happiness banner, this came from the Amy R stamps that I purchased at the Not Too Shabby Shop um, in Jamie's store. And you can, I love the Amy R sentiments. She's amazing. They have so many of them. So that's where I got that from. And what else can I share with you for that part? I think that's pretty much it. So then for the photo, what I did here was, again, using those metal brads. These I actually did not take the prongs out. I actually wanted to pierce the paper and put these in because I wrapped my twine around that. And I don't know if you can see that here, but this is actually pink and white twine, baker's twine. And I decided to put these flowers in every corner and then just create a frame with that twine around the photo. I actually have a 5x7 photo here, which I backed in blue paper stock and then black cardstock, blue and black cardstock. To the flowers, I added a little pink bling to the center of each one. I have some recollections crystal swirls here and here, and then I have the recollection circles, rhinestone circles here, and that's my little baby girl Alicia, beautiful little girl. And I also have one of those heart brads. This one I actually did cut the prongs off, and this I just wanted that there to kind of use as a knobby, because what I have here is I have a hidden door here, and this is where I keep all my journaling from my layout. What I did here was I put a little hidden hinge, and then I covered both sides with this beautiful pattern paper from the collection. Up here, this also came from the paper collection. It says, and the secret garden bloomed and bloomed, and every morning revealed new miracles. And I added some of those butterflies to that. I don't know if you can see that there for dimension. I backed that on some, I glued that on some blue cardstock, which I also distressed. I have another little butterfly here. And here I have this little sentiment, you make my heart sing. And this is also from the Amy R winged, I think it's the winged sentiments. I have so many of her little sentiment collections now, but this came from the Amy R stamp sets. And over here, and I don't know if you guys can see that, I have here, these are the little brads, and I cut all the prongs off of that. These little leaves here are from the Martha Stewart paper punch, and you've seen me use those a million times, almost on every single project. I have some more of those butterflies here and here. I have another little one right here. And then this is a Sizzix die, and this little fence here I distressed also with black soot, and I just dabbed very lightly some broken china on that. I have some of these baby little tiny little postcard looking pieces that I fussy cut from the paper collection. I have this little watering can that is also a Sizzix die that I added this tiny little heart brad to. And I have a little piece of glue there. Here I created a little pocket, and I used this Recollections punch, and it's one of my favorite punches that I have purchased by Recollections, and they stamped beautifully and very easily, and I love the fact that their base is all pink. See, I still have my little paper nibbies there from when I stamped it out. I just love this punch. I don't think Recollections punches get enough credit because they are awesome, and they're like half the price of the other punches, and I happen to buy that one on clearance, so I got a super great deal for that. And that is this border right here, And these are little paper flowers, nothing fancy, that I just punched out. And that was from my EK Success Retro Flower Punch, which is this one right here. That's by EK Success, another one of my little favorite go-to punches. Then what I did was, this is actually a sticker from the Sweet Gardens collection. I just cut out a paper. This is also a punch, paper punch. It's a 1 inch circle by EK Success, and I just put my little sticker on that cardstock. And I also have a little border here from the paper collection that I distressed and glued down. And then inside the pocket, I have all these little journal spots that I just, and I'm going to tell you what made me decide to create these tags. Um, Looking at her picture, I realized how fast my little baby girl was growing, and she no longer was a little baby anymore. And that's why I titled it Seeds That Grow. She's one of my little seeds, and she's been growing so fast and growing up so much. And I'm just noticing all the changes in her body, her physical features. So I wanted to kind of journal that and tell her how I feel about her growing up and what it's doing to my little heartstrings. So I decided to cut out some journal spots. And of course, what I'm going to write to her is private. And plus, my handwriting, we all know, is really bad. So I will be writing that on these journals later, these journal spots. So these are so that she can reflect, and maybe one day when she has a little girl, she'll understand what I'm going through watching her grow up, all my um, hopes and all my fears and all my happy moments. It's just all of it. You moms know what I'm talking about. So I created a little journal spot using the paper collection. And this was just one of the papers that I took and cut and distressed. And I stamped out Treasure Today. And this is actually a sticker that I had made. It's called Beautiful. I have Beautiful Girl. And this tab I traced from the paper collection. And what I did was I took one of the stickers, like this one, from the paper collection, and I just put it on cardstock, and I made a template so that I can create more tabs. And I did that here. And then on the back, I have Happiness is Knowing You, also from an Amy R collection. Select all that apply, which I'm going to do. Sweet, funny, happy, sad, pretty, genuine, real, grouch, dainty, playful, joyful, loud, strong, perfect, and a stinker. Actually, I can pretty much check off every single one of these for her. And over here, I have a little checklist, things that I love about you. And these stamp sets, one of these is Kaiser Craft, and the other one is Autumn Leaves. And I'm not sure which one is which, guys, because I did put them away. But that's one tag. The other tag is this image that I just cut out. I fussy cut from one of the sheets, which I love. I didn't want to cover it at all. But I have here Special Girl, because she is my special girl. And then I just wanted to write some notes about that day and where we were at, which was a very fun day for us. And then again, some more. This is part of the paper collection. I just cut it out and put this little tab on it. And these are little secrets that I'm going to share with her about what Mama's going through watching her little baby girl grow up, and all the little secrets that I haven't told her, how beautiful she is when she's sitting down reading, and what I'm thinking when I watch her, and so on and so. And then again, this little journal spot here. So lots of places for me to put down my thoughts for her so that she can read them one day. And they all go in this little hidden pouch here, and only she will know that they're there, unless she shares this with someone else. So that's my layout. I finally finished a layout. It's been a while, guys. I hope you all like it. Please leave a message in the comments below if you have any questions about the layout, or if you have any questions about any of the products I used in making this layout. I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday and have a blessed day. I will talk to you all soon. Bye now.